Order 93 days in jail, credit 93 served. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you, young lady.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court does call the case of the people versus Jason Eckley.
Good morning, Your Honor, or good afternoon, Your Honor. Robert Goldman, PA 1222, appearing on behalf of defendant Jason Michael Eckel.
Hearing via Zoom.
Your Honor, Mr. Eckel has been hospitalized. If Ms. Pilar and I may briefly approach, there's some information we'd like to provide to you.
Should we go it? In this matter, and without going into any detail, the defendant, and we've been provided adequate proof of it, the defendant's hospitalized. I'm going to adjourn this matter to February 13th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's a special time for sentencing. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court calls the case, People versus Michelle Campbell.
Good morning.
No, it's afternoon.
Afternoon.
Introduce yourself.
Michelle Campbell.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Ms. Campbell, Your Honor.
All right.
And I've shared the recommendation with her. We can adopt the recommendation. There's no changes that we'd like to make.
All right. Ms. Campbell, anything you want to tell me before I impose sentence?
No.
No? Sentence of the court, $125 statutory fee, 91 days in jail, credit 91 served. All right. Thank you, Ms. Campbell. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Court calls case People versus Gabriela Herrera.
Gabriela Herrera.
Teresa Claire on behalf of probation and Trevor Herrera before the court for a hearing on a heightened deferred. Ms. Herrera has completed all terms, excepting she has a $100 balance. When Ms. Herrera was sentenced, Your Honor, you had indicated to her if she enrolled in classes, that you would give her a $50 credit for every class that she took and passed. I've provided the court with a copy of her grades. She took 2 classes and received A's in both classes. The recommendation to the court is that the court give her a $100 credit towards the remaining $100 balance. We did make that $85 payment today.
She made the 85.
She made an $85 payment today, which does leave the $100 balance. And that the court set aside the conviction and dismiss the case pursuant to FIDA and discharge her from probation with improvement.
Ms. Herrera, anything you want to tell me before I impose sentence?
No, I guess. It was a lesson learned for sure, but
What lesson got learned?
I need to stay in school.
So You weren't in school, right?
No.
Got yourself caught up in all this mess, right?
Mhm.
And then went back to school. Why do you think I told you you need to go back to school?
Um, so I can finish my degree
Yeah,
I started.
and the other thing is, didn't know you all that well other than what was on paper, but you've got the talent to do it, right?
Right.
You just weren't doing it, and then you were gonna head down a whole other path. And so you go to school, you get 2 A's. I'm impressed. Did you think you were gonna get A's?
Um, I don't know. It was hard, but yeah,
Well, it's not supposed to be easy,
right.
but you didn't think you'd get 2 A's, did you?
No.
And you did it. That should show you something about really who you are. You're not this case here. You're meant to do something different.
I agree.
So I remember everything. So I expect to hear great things about you in the future. You hear me? If not, Alan and I will go on a road trip. We'll track you down. Okay. All right. She's paid the $85 prior to this hearing, so I'll just indicate in the file that that's been paid. I am pursuant to what I told you I would do. I'm going to waive the $100 balance, giving you credit for the 2 WCC classes that you took. And I'm going to put this on the record where she received A's. Okay. I will then set aside the conviction. I'll dismiss this case pursuant to the Home Use Training Act. I will discharge you from probation with improvement. Young lady, seriously, good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Court calls the case of the People versus Kimberly Douglas. Oh. They were able to bring her up?
Brown appearing on behalf of Ms. Douglas.
Hello, Kimberly Sue Douglas.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I've shared the recommendation with her. We don't have any changes. We'd ask you to adopt the recommendation.
Yeah, Teresa Clara on behalf of the relation, Your Honor. Ms. Douglas is before the court on 3 separate cases, all being for violation of probation hearings. In 2 of the cases, Your Honor, Ms. Douglas failed to comply with the terms of the 14B drug court. Actually, she just failed to go through it at all. The other case, she was on probation out of my office, and she failed to comply with any of those requirements of the court, which include substance abuse assessment and or treatment, mental health treatment, attending AA meetings. In all 3 cases, she also failed to pay fines and costs. No payments were made on any of the cases. Ms. Douglas also has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pending cases, which are 2 are felonies and the remaining are misdemeanor cases. All are still pending. However, Ms. Douglas was sentenced in 2 of the cases in 2021. 1 case for probation with me was in 2023. Given that she's done nothing except continue to pick up new cases, probation in all cases is recommending a jail sentence. In case ending in 1455, probation is recommending 365 days in jail with credit for 96 days served, that she serve the balance, that she complete the in-jail Dawn Farm and Beyond Barriers programs, waiving remaining terms of her probation except the financial obligation, and discharging her from probation. As to case ending in 1453, probation is recommending 93 days in jail with credit for 93 days served, waiving remaining terms, accepting her financial obligations, and discharging her from probation without improvement. As to case ending in 0733, probation is recommending 165 days in jail with credit for 96 days served, that she served the balance, that she complete the in-jail, Dawn Farm and Beyond barrier programs, waiving remaining terms, accepting her financial obligations, and discharging from probation without.
Jerome, anything?
Would you consider an early release upon completion of those programs?
No. Ma'am, anything you want to tell me before I impose that?
No, I'm sorry, but I did go under the Don Farms. I was there. They had the tether on. I did do that. And I did do the AA meetings over the phone when I was at my uncle's house when you had me on the tether when I was out there. So I don't know why she's saying I'm not doing all that, but I am. I was doing that. And then I had 2 funerals and that's what happened.
In the case ending in 0733, the sentence of the court, 365 days in jail, credit 96 days served. The balance is to be served. Defendant is to complete the in-jail Dawn Farm program and Beyond Barriers programs. I'll waive remaining terms, except financial obligations. Discharge her on that case from probation without improvement. In the case ending in, let's do 1454. Sentence of the court, 365 days in jail, credit 96, defendant to serve the balance, complete the in-jail Dawn Farm program and Beyond Barriers programs, waive remaining terms, except financial obligations, discharge from probation without improvement. In the case ending in 1453, I'll order 93 days in jail, credit 93 served, waive the remaining terms except financial obligations, discharge from probation without it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Court calls.
Wait, can you say one thing? Last time I was here, you were asking me about my medicine. They still not started my medicine back.
Okay, I'm sure they'll get to it. Court calls case, People versus Gabriel Stephen.
Marshall, Mr. President, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Gabriel Stevens, who I believe his appearance was waived, Your Honor.
And Teresa Claire on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Mr. Stevens was scheduled before the court for a hearing on prosecutor's for defendant. He did complete all terms ordered by the court, and I did waive his appearance. Probation is recommending that the court dismiss the case pursuant to the prosecutor deferred and discharging him from probation with improvement.
Any objection?
Not at all, Judge.
So ordered. Court calls case of the People versus Kimmy Thompson. That's probably you too.
Ready, Judge Torshall, please, the first assistant public defender on behalf of Cammy Thompson.
Teresa Claire on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Ms. Thompson was scheduled before the court for a final review hearing on a prosecutor deferred. Ms. Thompson did complete all terms ordered by the court, and I did waive her appearance. Probation is recommending that the court dismiss the case pursuant to the prosecutor deferred and discharging her from probation with improvement.
No objection.
So ordered. Court calls case People versus Gregory Patton.
Torshall, please, the first assistant public defender on behalf of Mr. Patton.
Teresa Claire on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Mr. Patton was scheduled for a hearing today. Mr. Patton is deceased. Probation is asking that the court order that the bench warrant be canceled in this case, waiving the outstanding balance of $1,095 and just discharging him from probation without improvement.
Again, no objection, Judge.
I will cancel the bench warrant in this matter. I'll waive the outstanding balance of the $1,095.